Jesus, dude, welcome everyone, wherever you are watching, welcome here. And I am, me, I'm me, you're you, and this is some Wish Bus, which I think maybe Wish Bus has I don't even know who I would compare it to, but Wish Bus probably has the best track record of actually showcasing amazing talent. So it's kind of like a layup because well, I mean, I assume there's a bad performance somewhere, but I haven't seen it yet in my travels. It's always impeccable. The last awesome dude that I discovered on here, millions of people know him already, but I discovered, which is Michael Pangilinan, exceptional singer, male singer. And of course, I got turned on to all of this from Morissette. Ooh, she got some skills. KZ, I've only heard one time as part of a 4-vocal female performance. I don't remember what the performance was. I did it somewhere. Maybe I'll link it up. I probably won't because I like slack on stuff. You know how it can be. Yeah, so I don't know this song. I don't even know if it's a cover or an original. I don't know. I'm excited. And if this turns out well, hopefully you will, hit that like button or punch that subscribe. I don't know why I'm even making sound effects. I want to put a sound effect in, but sometimes I slack. It happens. KZ, Shanti Dope, performing Impossible. I'm gonna say it in advance. It's impossible this is bad. I will tell you if I don't like it, but Wish Bus doesn't really do things I don't like. They might do songs not in my style, but I always respect expert craftsmanship, and 100% of the time, the people have been extraordinary.
Nahimik ako dito, nagkakape na kada 4. Ilang linggo na nasa kwarto, pinto'y nakasarado at said na ang luha ko. Hindi mo ba nakikita, tapos na ang kabanata? Pagbukas ng bintana, nakadungo mga tala, lakot ay lumisan na. Usapang seryosong kailangan mo, pasensya na di ko maibibigay. Wag magmakaawa.
Okay, I love that. This is 100% my style of music, right? And her vocals are already sick, but I'm telling you what I'm hearing that I'm loving is the bass going boom, but that's an actual real bass player recorded. She's speaking in Spanish? Jesus, dude, right now it's a fight between her and the bass player. Obviously, anyone listening is going to focus on her because she's just out in front and destroying the track, but the bass playing is absurdly good. Go back a little bit. Damn. Naghihintay na parang aso. Ilang beses na nangyari yan, wala na bang bago. Nasasayang lang ang oras. It's gotta be Spanish, right? Nadulas ang barkada mo, may pinupuntahan. Pero sa may baklaran, huwag magmakaawa. Wala kang mapapala, wala na akong balak magbalik at Hey. Tell him again. Hey. I have to write down bass. This happens occasionally where something that I'm not expecting happens. Usually it's based on only the performer. I expected her to be great. But the bass, Jesus, the bass player. The bass player. And if the version you're hearing right now, if the way I mix this, to get, you know how we have to do sometimes. If you don't hear the bass, just leave. Just leave and go listen to the original of this, because that bass playing, scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving that, as far as the execution and the style of the song, I'm giving the bass a 10 out of 10. Technically, as far as how hard the bass playing is, probably an 8 out of 10. Exceptionally, it's hard. It's hard. It's not virtuosic, but it's hard. But as far as how hard it is and the structure of the song and the execution, I'm giving love to the bass player, that's really rare. It's really rare that we give love to bass players, but damn. I have to go circle. I have to circle bass now.
Kamusta? Alam ko nga yung mo ko kausapin. Salita nga kut ikaw bulong na lang sa hangin. Di pa tamang panahon to para usisain. At totohanan hindi na bago sa'yo pag inamin. Sinasalo mo lang ako kahit alam mo na di ikaw yung babaeng dapat ginaganto. Kaso lang mo pagpagkita nakaunawa. Panahon na din yata maalalang din ako bata para makipaglaro ng damdamin sa katulad mo. Paglayo na lang ba yung sagot sa pagkukulang ko? Siguro nga hindi pa ako handa at tumaya. Di ka lang maniniwala kasi sinabi ni sadya. Imposible, sa pelikula lang yan nangyayari.
Jesus damn. Hey. Holy. Hold on. Stop with their little sound effect. This is that weird thing where I'm gonna repeat myself, and people are like, "Why are you gonna repeat yourself?" Especially knowing you're gonna repeat yourself. Like, you already said whatever you had to say, but you're gonna say it again. It's like, I don't know how to say it other than for emphasis. Dude, the whole thing is killer. The whole song caught me off guard, because you never know with the Wish Bus. You just don't know. So like, you could get a really slow Broadway tune, like an Aladdin song, right? You could get a slow romantic song. You could get a crooning song. Defining crooning, it's like an old 1940s type of singing style in America. But crooning is like where you just put the vocals on display all the time. A lot of Morissette kind of is like that. If you want to go back, some Whitney Houston. You want to go further back, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby. She has an awesome mix in her vocal style of that mixture of being relaxed, fun, relaxed, confident, and talented, which is this awesome mixture where I don't know her personally. I've never watched an interview with her, but listening to her perform this song makes me think, not only do I want to watch her sing, but I'd like to hang out. Like if she's like, I'm going to a party, I'm imagining that party is probably pretty dope. But then back to the repetition of what I was going to say is, as far as wish, it's not even close. I don't have to go. A lot of times I say things where I'm not sure, and I tell you I'm not sure, and you need to go check. I'm gonna tell you the bass playing I heard in this song is 100% the best bass playing on the Wish Bus, 100%, because probably out of the last 1,000 videos, this is probably in the top. What's conservative? I'm gonna say top 50, which is what, top 5%. It's probably top 5% bass playing. And why am I harping on that? Because probably if you're here for the vocal styling. So why am I talking about the bass player? Because excellence should be praised. It should be praised. And she's awesome. Shanti Dope on the rap was also sick. But that bass is the glue that lets it work. Does that make sense? That the really, foundation is the best word to say. But she's dancing in the house, right? And she looks great in the house, and she is dancing through the rooms, and she looks magnificent, and her sound is magnificent. But the bass is the house. The bass built the house that she's dancing in. And you just gotta give love. You gotta give love sometimes when people do things that you don't expect. If there was an amazing violinist, or there were some really good horns. There were good horns too, but the horns are more orchestration. Horn players are just really talented. You know what I'm saying? Like they're used to being challenged. Bass players, like you can meet 100 bass players and have like 30 or 40 bass players. You're like, this guy's not really that good. And 30 or 40, you're like, oh man, he's pretty good. But then you have a handful of bass players that the way they play, you're like, oh shit, oh my god. And it's also very unique. As bass players and singers develop into their own style and they become top performers, they get really unique, which is kind of different than other instruments, where on other instruments, when you become exceptional, one of your exceptional talents is not sounding unique. It's blending in a certain way where you're still foundational, but you're not unique in the sound. And to her, this was actually a duet. I thought it was going to be a duet between her and the rapper. It's actually a duet between her and the bass player, which is really rare. If you think back, like, what songs can you name where the duet is the vocals and the bass? That is rare and super fun. I'm done talking. I'm done yapping at you, and I'm happy we could spend some time together. Now, this is always a challenging spot, which is, what am I gonna listen to next? Oh, I told you, sorry, this is for one of y'all in particular. One of y'all. I told you I was gonna do some KZ. I told you it was gonna happen. I told you. Just gotta give me a minute. I got to it, and I will do more. All right, y'all relax. If you're alive and breathing, then things are going well for you. If most of your family is alive and breathing, things are going well for you. I know we have troubles and setbacks, and we have our own pressures and stresses, and we have our setbacks and obstacles. But we have to find some moments to be filled with joy. We gotta be joyful and thankful that at least we're here. Otherwise, sometimes those troubles, they can weigh us down to where we can't breathe. We can't breathe the oxygen of life. So hopefully for me, that is music. Number one is music. And then now, thanks to y'all, it's actually being able to share these moments. So let's keep living. Let's keep living. The end, for all of this, the end's it's not going to be pretty. That's the way this all works. But we're not at the end right now. We're in the middle, and let's enjoy it. I am grateful for you, and I will see you next time.